Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to win more gunfights in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is a game that is pretty much a lot of gun on gun, especially if you're using non-lethals, and the kill streaks in this game aren't that powerful, which makes the gun on gun play a lot more prevalent and a lot more important to make sure you're winning your gunfight. I'm going to be giving you a variety of tips in this video on how to win more gunfights. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and be sure to drop a like on this video, and let's get right into these gunfight tips. So first of all, what is a gunfight? And it's pretty simple. Most of you guys obviously know what it is if you're clicking on this video, but I'll just go over it quickly. A gunfight is basically when you're fighting another player and they're looking at you, you're looking at them, bada bing, bada boom, you're fighting straight up. Now, probably half or more of your kills in Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 are going to be killing people from the side or from the back, or people who are looking at another enemy or looking at your teammate. Those aren't really gunfights. Those are just free kills because of how you move, and how you move on the map can really determine yourself in keeping yourself out of gunfights. Now, even if you are the best player in the game, you really don't want to engage in too many gunfights that are going to be a 50-50 chance of winning or something like that. You want to engage in gunfights which you are going to win 100% of the time, where the guys aren't looking at you, where you maybe have the height advantage on him, something like that. But these are the tips that will help you when you do get in those gunfights, because sometimes it's very hard to avoid straight up gunfights, and sometimes you have to take them, and you need to know tips on how to win them, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So the first tip is definitely you need to have vision of the map, and how you get vision on the map is using things like vision pulse, using things like a UAV. When you know where the enemies are going to be spawning at, or even just learning the spawns, it makes the gunfights a lot easier. If you know where the enemies are going to be and they don't know where you're going to be, you can come around the corner and you can be ready for them. Now, these are a few tips. So if you see all your teammates are behind you and all the enemies are obviously going to be up in front of you, what you want to do is you want to move slowly, and you want to aim down sights around every single corner where you think a potential enemy may be. The reason for this is if you come around the corner, aim down sights, the enemy comes around the corner, not aim down sights, you're going to win that gunfight 8 or 9 times out of 10, unless they have a shotgun or a random no scope or something like that, a specialist ability. You're going to win that gunfight. And this is a huge tip. This is probably the biggest tip in Call of Duty, and I can't stress this enough, is aim down sights around the corner. When you know there's going to be an enemy there, or when you predict there's going to be an enemy there. However, if you catch an enemy somewhere where you didn't expect an enemy, or you're just trying to run away from something and an enemy pops up, don't be afraid to hip fire. In this game, hip firing is very strong, and what I mean like that is if you got to know your weapon, right? If you have a weapon that's really good with hip fire, don't be afraid to just hip fire them out with the Vesper if you have a really good rushing class on, and that will probably be able to kill them. But if you don't have a good hip firing weapon, you definitely want to make sure you're aiming down sights. Now, there's a few perks, or not a few perks, there is a few perks, and there's a few attachments that can really help you in gunfights, and those are what I'm going to be going over in this game and this commentary right now. So this game does not have the toughness perk that was in Black Ops 2, and that perk was probably the biggest into winning gunfights, which makes straight up gunfights a lot harder in this game, because in Black Ops 2, if you had toughness, the enemy didn't, you're straight shooting at each other, they're going to have way more recoil just from the bullet flinch than you are, and you're going to win that gunfight. But this is completely different in this game, and now let's talk a bit about that. So what you want to put on your class if you're focused on winning gunfights in a game mode such as Hardpoint or something like that, where you're going to have a lot of gunfights because you really don't have a choice. The enemies are going to be defending the hardpoint, you're going to be trying to rush it, and you don't have a choice about if you're going to take those gunfights or not. So this is what I recommend. These are the attachments that can really help you win gunfights, and they're going to be quick draw, laser sight, grip, and high caliber. Attachments like those will really help you win gunfights, and you need to decide which ones are going to be good for you. Quick draw is definitely the one that I recommend. If you're aimed out sights faster than the enemy, you're going to win that gunfight, and that's why quick draw is such a strong perk or attachment. I keep mixing those up, but grip is also good. High caliber is good if you have a weapon such as the Shiva, which will or the M8A7, which will turn it from a 1 burst or a 2 burst or a 2 shot or to a 1 shot on the head. Then you definitely want to run high caliber on a class like that. And then grip is good for a weapon with high recoil, obviously, and then the laser sight, it would definitely be good on a shotgun for winning those gunfights where you're going to have to hip fire, or on an SMG where you're running into the hard point, you're going to have to do that and beat them like that. Now, these are the perks that will really help you to win gunfights, and these are huge in this game. In this game, there is a ton of perks that will help you to win gunfights. The first one is going to be the tracker perk, and this one is decent. You can see the enemy footsteps, you can see where they're running, so you can be ready for the gunfight, and which will help you win it. Always being ready for the gunfight is the key to winning the gunfight. Now, this perk is the best in the game at showing you guys where the enemies are and locating enemies, like I said at the start of this video, which is really important, and that will be the 6th Sense perk. A lot of times, 6th Sense will locate you. If you go up to a wall and you just stand there. 6th Sense can literally give you a wall hack if there's an enemy sitting right on the other side or sitting in a corner, and that will let you know, jump around the corner and it destroyed them. And that's the perk that I would definitely recommend in a game mode such as Hardpoint or something like that, or Search and Destroy even, where you know enemies are going to be camping in corners. You can check corners just using 6th Sense, and not a lot of people will have the perk that counters it, so you'll be usually good to go with that. Now, those are some huge tips on how to set up your class, how to set up your gunfights. However, there are tips when you get just pure skill tips. Now, the skill tips, what I mean by that is drop shotting or jump shotting. In this game, jump shotting is definitely a lot better for the simple fact that you have that double jump. Now, when you're double jumping, you can aim your cursor to the side, and it will help you go up like zoom to the side, and you can actually juke out people like that while aiming down sight. Now, make sure if you're jump shotting, make sure that your jump shot does not affect your shot. It doesn't make your shot miss and stuff like that. If you have a scuff controller, this is really easy to do. If you don't have a scuff controller, you can try playing claw or even just playing normally. You can still do this with a lot of practice. Is you want to jump and then you want to take the shot, so their bullets are going to be missing because they're going to have to keep locking on you while you're going to be jumping and locking on target. It will help you win a ton of gunfights, and these are basically all the tips into how to win pretty much every gunfight in Black Ops 3 if you use these tips correctly, where you're ready to go for the gunfights. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully these tips do help you guys out. I'll be uploading a lot more tip videos, a lot more best class setup videos over the first month of Black Ops 3. I'm going to be pumping these out. You guys seem to be loving them, so thank you guys for all the support on my channel. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you guys are new to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. Also, drop a like on this video down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys stuck around to the end of the video, comment Scythe down below in the comment section below, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good night, guys.